Beautiful people, welcome back to Mind for Business, where we study the mind and we take what we've learned and apply it to business. Now, I believe that the mind is our attention. I believe that business is better understood if we look at it through the lens of how we spend our time. If you think that you'd be a better entrepreneur if you could better spend your time and better manage your attention, then you're in the right place. If you have a few seconds, just completely focus in on what we're going to be talking about because this could change the whole trajectory of your business career. And I mean that. Today, we're going to be exploring the idea of how to sell. Now, a lot of times people don't talk about what it actually means to sell. They'll say, always be selling, always be selling. You have to sell if you want to learn how to you have to learn how to sell if you want to have a successful business. But people don't talk about what it means to sell. And this is me coming from somebody who went to school for business, somebody who's had his own business, somebody who's has a lot of mentors. People don't talk about this stuff. So what does it mean to sell? Selling is giving. If you look at the history of the word selling, you'll find that it's tied to giving. So when people are talking about selling, they mean fundamentally that they're giving something away. Of course, that doesn't mean that they can't receive something in the forms of cash or another item, but the idea is tied and hinged on that concept of giving something away in order to get something back. And that's really powerful because it changes the way that we view our interactions and how we actually approach selling. A lot of people feel anxiety about selling. A lot of people feel nervous about selling because they don't feel comfortable trying to convince somebody of something that they might not be bought into. And when you look at it selling through the lens of giving, it changes how you actually approach what you're doing. And I think that's very powerful. That's been very powerful for me, and it completely changed the trajectory of how I approach selling and taking the gifts that I've been able to have in different areas of my life and apply it to this business area. So if you found this information to be very valuable, if you found this information to be helpful, I'm not going to ask you to like, I'm not going to ask you to hit subscribe. What I am going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to take this information and apply it to your actual business, apply it to your actual life. This is me giving something to you in the hopes that it makes your life easier. This is Tendo, and this has been Mind for Business. Until next time.